Naoya Inoue. I'm sure all of you guys know who that is. I want to go ahead and give him the work. You know, if he wants to see me, come see me. I'll go over there to Japan, go give him the work.
This is Gervonta Davis here for Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Floyd Cashflow Diaz here at Top Rank Gym in Las Vegas. Cashflow, looked like Bullet was putting you through your paces today.
Right.
How was the work?
So the work was phenomenal. I mean, I worked really hard. He has a really good pace. He has that type of pace where he makes you want to work every second of the day. You know, every second of the round that he gives you, and he gives you a lot of rounds. So it's definitely pushing me and making me a better fighter.
Talk to us about you know, what's coming up for you. I don't know if you're allowed to say when you're fighting, but tell us a rough idea of what you got coming up.
Yeah, it's open to the fans now. September 27th, they're gonna have me at MSG in New York. So I'm gonna be glad to be back. It's gonna be in the Hulu Theater. It's just gonna be for the Taylor fight. So make sure y'all tune in. And yeah, it's gonna be on ESPN Plus and ESPN.
Do we have an opponent yet for that date?
Yeah, we do. The dude's 12-4. He has a pretty good record. He's only lost to guys that are like 15-0, you know, 12-0, those type of guys. He did lose to one of the guys I did fight though, Luis Fernando Saavedra. He put up a hell of a fight for me when I fought in the Devin Haney card with Loma. So I mean, I'm good to be back in the ring. You know, I love to fight. The excitement gets me going, and so, you know, fighting again, it gets my blood rushing.
Tell us about your nickname, Cashflow. It's a unique one.
Right.
For those that don't know, like, where did that? Who came up with it? Was it you?
No, so it was actually Floyd Mayweather. I'll give credit to him. What credit's due, he did give me that nickname, Cashflow, when I was a little itty bitty baby, you know, a little bitty pup coming up. I was 6 years old, growing up. You know, he caught me in the gym one day, had the cameras, pulled out the cameras, gave me the nickname Cashflow, and then ever since it kind of just blew up, and that's my nickname now.
So, you know, going forward, what does this year have for you? Like, how many fights you gonna have?
I really want to have 2 more, but if I have 1 more September, that'll be good. But I could get the guy out of there, just fight clean, look clean, and then come back November, December. I'll be more than happy to. I want to get 4 fights in this year. Then I can kind of call it a year. You know, I'm only 21 years young, so there ain't no rush with me. You know, I'm already top 30 in the world, top 5 in the U.S. You know, I'm a young bull coming up.
Yeah, are you happy with the way like Top Rank are moving you? You know, people know you are. Like you say, you're young and like there's probably no rush. But are you happy with the way they're moving you?
Oh man, I'm so excited the way they've been moving me, and it definitely makes me feel good. You know, I'm only 21 years old. I've been fighting on all my fights are ESPN. I'm 12-0. They've been moving me right. I'm a WBC Youth World Champion right now. So they're definitely moving me right. They've been putting the right pieces on the board, and I've been kind of just filling in the puzzle. So I mean, it's only a matter of time before I become world champion.
Have you got any names in mind that you want to fight at any point? I mean, there's, you know, guys in the UK maybe. Give us like one.
No, I got one for sure. Inoue, Naoya Inoue. I'm sure all of you guys know who that is. I want to go ahead and give him the work. You know, if he wants to see me, come see me. I'll go over there to Japan, go give him the work. I ain't worried about it. You know, they need to come, and somebody needs to hit me up so I can make that fight happen.
So are you at bantamweight at the moment, or are you sort of between the weights?
You said what?
Are you at bantamweight at the moment, or?
Yeah, I'm at bantamweight right now. I started at 18. First 2 or 3 fights started at 18. Then the rest I've been at 22. And then the past 3 fights now, gonna go on 4. I've been at 18. I think 18 is gonna be the way I'm gonna stay at for a minute. I want to get a couple world titles there, and maybe if there's opportunity at 15, I'll go down and get a belt there and just vacate it, go back up. But I want to build that multi-divisional championship. I got it for me. I know I can unify this weight. There ain't nobody in the weight class right now that I'm worried about or scared of. So
tell us about you know, the fight on the weekend. Terence Crawford beating Madrimov. What did you think of the fight?
I thought the fight was a good fight. I mean, you know, Terence Crawford going up from 147 to 54. He is fighting a bigger guy, naturally bigger, naturally stronger. I would have liked to see Madrimov throw a little bit more. As you can kind of see, it was kind of like I would say gun shy. I'd never seen any of his fights, so I don't know if that's maybe how he fights. But he was just doing that the whole fight, and I felt like when he was throwing, he was catching Crawford, and he could have given Crawford a harder fight. But props to Crawford, and hats off to them for, you know, getting the job done.
Talk to me about a potential fight between Crawford and Canelo. After that fight, is that a fight you want to see?
For me, honestly, I'm not the one that wants to see that fight. I'm kind of against it, just for the simple fact that, I mean, Crawford's at, he's a natural, probably 40, 47 pounder. Started off there. He's been at 47 for a while. Going to 54, you can see the guy is just a little bit bigger, and he gave him trouble. Canelo fights at 68. I just don't think the fight makes any sense whatsoever. I think Canelo probably would beat Crawford in that aspect, and that's just in my opinion. But I mean, if they can make the fight happen, I'm sure he'd make a hell of a lot of money, though. So.
Talk to me about Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis. If that fight happens, how do you see it? And have you had any work with any of those guys?
I have worked with Shakur in the past. He's actually my manager's fighter. I think he would win, unbiasedly, just on him being my manager, another one of my manager's fighters. I just think that he would just outbox Tank. But then again, we never really seen Shakur's chin get tested against a guy like that and get caught, really. So I don't know, getting caught by a guy like Tank would cause a problem. So I don't know. That fight's more of a 50-50 in my aspect.
Do you reckon that would be Tank's toughest fight?
Oh yeah, for sure. Up to date. He has proven himself, though. Even though he hasn't fought for a lot of world titles, he definitely put it together. And I got to give it to the guy. I didn't like him for a while. I didn't like his style, but it kind of grew on me. He's just knocking everyone out. So you can't knock him.
And we saw at ringside the other day, Loma and Shakur were getting into it. What do you think of a fight between those two if that happened?
I think that should be a fight that should be made, to be honest with you. Both technical, both southpaw. It just kind of makes sense. I mean, Loma's on his way out. He's definitely a lot older. He needs to get a couple more good fights in. I say he calls it a quits. Just for his health and just for his well-being. He's been a great fighter. He moved along right. So I think that fight should just be made.
And then we've got Artur Beterbiev fighting Dmitry Bivol in October. How do you see that fight playing out?
Ooh, see, that one's also a good one, because I was also on I was on Beterbiev's card twice, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna give it to Bivol, just because he has the footwork and he has a little bit more technique than I would say Beterbiev. Beterbiev's kind of more of a flat-footed, I'm gonna step to you and I'm gonna hurt you type of guy. I mean, we've seen that work in the past for sure, but I just think Bivol beats him. Yeah.
Finally, Cashflow, tell the fans where to follow you on all your socials, and give them a message on what they can expect in September.
Okay, so September 27th, make sure y'all tune in. It's gonna be at MSG. It's gonna be at the Hulu Theater. Make sure y'all can tune in. If y'all can't tune in, y'all can't be there, watch it live, ESPN Plus. It's gonna be September 27th. As well as I would like to say thank you to my fans, my family, everyone supporting me in and out the ring. I have my core people. I have my woman, her father, and people those alike supporting me and really kind of helping me put the pieces together. So I really appreciate them as well. Thank you to my fans. If you don't know who I am and you're just now finding out about me, follow me at Floyd Cashflow Diaz. You just look that up on any social. You'll go ahead and find me. I'm not that hard to find. Just I want y'all to know. I want y'all to expect a knockout, a beautiful performance at the very least. I'm gonna do what I have to do, and it's Cashflow Diaz, and I'm out, baby.
Cash, I appreciate your time.